Hello, you amazing, precious, creative genius. I am so happy to see you. I hope you are doing well. It feels like it's been a while. Um, like I said, we're not going to be doing tarot. We're just going to be working with the sacred geometry activations deck, and we are going to be doing energy forecasts for each element. So air, earth, fire, water. And if you don't know your element, I will announce the signs related to each element. So, without further ado, let's get started. These are strictly intuitive readings, and you can flip flop the the rules and the messages and everything to your liking. They aren't date specific. So let's get started. Oh, and I will include this timestamps if you just want to skip ahead to your sign, but you also want to look at your moon and rising sign, so that might also be another element. So anyway, the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So what can we know about the air signs for the upcoming week? What do the air signs need to know for the upcoming week ahead? Aha! Wow! Wow, okay, so you got Gaia and fertility. This is so amazing. I don't know if it's like too overwhelming to see both cards. We'll just focus on Gaia first. And so we have 28, and 2 is all about, harmonizing duality and polarity, and 8 is about manifestation. And then 10 is so 10 is like the benchmark. So if you were, 8 is like, okay, yeah, I'm saving money, I'm making money. And 10 would be like, I'm quitting my job, I'm traveling the world. It's like the next step up, the graduation ceremony that you've like surpassed the that checkpoint, that benchmark. It's 10 is like a huge benchmark moment. So you're balancing these dualities, whatever they are. Could be heart and mind, divine feminine, divine masculine, heaven and earth. Could be any of that. And then 8 is, you're starting to manifest things. And then 10 is like, boom, huge manifestation. Okay, so we have lots of colors here, and the colors also have, wonderful representations as well. And the biggest color that I have is blue, and I would say green. So we have the heart and the throat chakra. But let's just read this card, okay? The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are definitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother, planet Earth, and to the universe that birthed us all. So, because we have fertility here, I feel compelled to say that you're starting to get more in tune with like this physical world. So you are an air sign, so so maybe you're coming a little bit down, maybe you're coming down more into your body. I know that I've definitely been experiencing that. And then maybe you're also thinking about, because we have fertility, is about like like your origin, and getting in tune with your origin of universal love and compassion, uh, and grounding yourself, opening up your heart, opening up your receptors to receive information, and then communicate that information. So I feel like the key to one of the big keys to manifesting is uh, to bring down all your ideas, everything that you want to do, everything that you can see and that you do up here in this mental capacity or this spiritual capacity, and bringing it down into your body, into the tangible, and executing it into this 3D reality. Um, so yeah, so let's get to the second card, which is, like I said, fertility. Fertility. And we have 27, so 28 and 27. So 7 is all about divine spirituality, wholeness, perfection. And then the number 9 is all about completions, endings, starting new things, ending things. And fertility invites us to become more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So we are going through this Mercury retrograde right now. I'm not an astrologer, but I know things. So perhaps by reflecting on the past and maybe having maybe you have some things going on in your higher mind, the house of your higher mind, and having these spiritual awakenings and having these deep, profound insights, you are taking all of that and executing it out into writing, into being creative, into perhaps even like a side business, or anything like that. You're planting the seeds. You're planting the seeds so that things can start growing and populating to create this wonderful new future of yours. So you're basically taking things out of thin air and plopping them into the ground and watching them grow and harvesting them. So I would say you're learning how to really manifest by the focus of your mind and your thoughts and your feelings. And you're learning how to really focus your energies onto what this is feminine energy. So you're receiving, and then you're integrating the duality of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So like I said, you're receiving this information, you're receiving this download, and then you're executing it, which is the divine masculine, and putting it into practice. So this is really, really amazing. So maybe spend more time in nature, maybe do something really creative and artistic, and you don't have to be like a pro artist or anything. Like, just like do something fun and creative, and even if it's just writing or dancing or singing or exercising, anything like that. That's going to help you have that energy to implement and to take action in what you desire and what you really want. So, all you beautiful air signs out there, I really hope that helps you for the week ahead. Now, for the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, it's pretty sad, but I actually had shuffled the cards, and somehow it wasn't recording, and I lost all of that. But you guys got the perfect cards. You got Passion, which is very fiery, and you also got Compassion. So let's start with Passion first. And gosh, I had this whole thing, but basically, what seems to be the messaging for you this week is that the key to manifesting for you, all you amazing fire signs out there, is actually doing what you're you're really creative and passionate, what's doing something creative that you're passionate about, um, sometimes sitting and meditating isn't always going to bring you the relief that you want. So, um, I mean, these last few days have been extremely emotional for me, and I have had quite an initiation of my heart opening even more, and that's been very painful. And so I've had these last few days where I've just been crying a lot, and I couldn't get any relief. I had chronic pain in my heart, which maybe you probably like could never assume. So I like to be as transparent as possible, and so nothing was really helping me feel any relief. So I just decided to get up and to start painting and listen to some music, and it totally helped. And I made some amazing paintings out of it, and I started to feel more empowered and stronger, and I didn't feel the ache in my paint in my heart anymore. And so that really helped me. So that might really help you guys this week if you are going through any really intense emotions. You're not alone. Trust me. Um, this world can be, you know, pretty crazy, uh, but you are not alone. And your passion is going to guide you. And so it's time to maybe, like, I mean, putting effort in is a part of it, but maybe like working hard, doing all of that stuff, that's not you right now. You want to create a life that's authentic for you, and you want to be paid to do what you love to do. So it's time to just pursue your passions, pursue what your creative loves are, and pursue that. Yeah. And the other thing that I was saying was that this has the number 34, and 3 is all about, two things combining and making a brand new element or new thing, and it's a very passionate number. And then 4 is all about the physical plane. So I really sense that the passion is going to be the key for you, finding a way to get more into your body. The red and the orange is the root and the sacral chakra, which all has to do with personal security, personal safety, personal, just that like inner confidence and knowing, more of a knowing. And then the orange, the sacral chakra, has to do with being able to flow with your desires. And then we also have some blue here, which is the throat chakra. So creating this passion inside of you, and then being able to communicate it, being able to express it, being able to implement it, and create something in this 3D realm. So, using your life force, and using that beautiful divine masculine energy, so receiving, and then using that beautiful divine masculine energy to implement it. And passion is the key. Oh, I will read the card. I don't think I read it here, but yeah, okay. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion relies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, when we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Yes, allow yourself to be filled up to the max. And then compassion, 1 being new beginnings, and 5 meaning freedom, change, grace. It's very beautiful. And this is a very heart-centered card because of the green that we have here. So perhaps this is also asking you to open your heart. And so we have the root chakra, which is personal inner security and safety. The sacral chakra, which is all about being able to flow with your desires with ease. And we do have a little bit of yellow here, which is all about your sense of self and personal empowerment. And then the next one up is compassion and the heart chakra. So we have all 4 heart chakras all in a row. Okay, let's read it. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into this world. So if you are feeling very passionate this week, all you wonderful fire signs, maybe you should just be a little bit careful because we are in Mercury retrograde. To be careful of your communication. So, and just remember to have compassion and speak from the heart. And maybe just be a little bit more slower when interacting with other people. And if that's not the case, then perhaps you might be like me, going through another initiation of the heart chakra opening and just finding yourself having more compassion for people and things that maybe you didn't think you could have compassion for, and having compassion for yourself, having grace for yourself, and just letting go of things that no longer serve you. So, I mean, you're in this amazing place of passion and creativity and executing that into reality. And maybe there's some things that don't serve you anymore, and having compassion for yourself and letting that go. So, so I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you, all of you wonderful fire signs out there. Now on to the water signs. And the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So what can we get for the water signs for the week ahead? What can we get for the water sign? Ooh. One more card, please, for the wonderful, beautiful water signs. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, water signs. Oh my God, you guys are like always so deep, aren't you? Okay. You're gonna make me cry. You got conception and universal love. How beautiful is that? Oh, I want to cry. Okay, everyone. All you beautiful, precious water signs. You might be reflecting on your origin. You might, because we're in Mercury retrograde, you might be reflecting on the past, and that might be bringing up, maybe it might be bringing up, you know, kind of like your skeletons in the closet and things that maybe you did that you weren't proud of, and maybe feeling like, for some of you, you might be dealing with feelings of like shame or regret or I mean, this might just be like a small part of you. This is just like a side note message that I'm getting. Just know that you are completely pure. You're completely innocent. You are untouchable, and you are precious, and you come from unconditional love, and everything can be healed and forgiven and forgotten, and you can move on, and you have a clean slate. You have a clean slate, and it's all about being kind to you and letting go and forgiving yourself. And then for the others of you, you might just be, you know, because of Mercury retrograde again, you might just be reflecting on the past and reflecting on maybe different origins of things. Maybe not personally your origin, that could be the case, but you know, the origins of certain ideas, like what you, like the core, like desires that you have, and just getting more in tune with your heart. And so for conception, We have this kind of twin like energy, this like harmonizing like dual type energy. And we have the 1 and the 6, 1 being new beginnings, and 6 meaning sacredness, harmony, love, appreciation. And then 1 plus 6, 7 is divine spirituality, perfection, wholeness. So maybe you're starting to, you know, like let go of things and heal things and starting to feel more whole and peace inside and at peace inside. And we'll read it. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. So you might also be thinking, like, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really need? And having that answer be truly authentic. It's not just like, oh well, I want a Ferrari. It's a very deep core desire that you've had for a really, really long time, and aligning with that. And universal love. Remembering that you are universal love, remembering that you are a magician, remembering that you are a sorcerer, you're a wizard, Harry. Harry. I feel like he says Harry. And then the number 44 is all about manifestation on like a large scale. So you might be actually having nonverbal communication with just the universe or God, or actually other beings or other groups of people. And you might also be just heightening your manifesting abilities and being able to just manifest on larger scales. And then for others, you're just remembering who you are. You're just remembering that you are light and that you are God incarnate. And oh my gosh, you guys make me feel so emotional. So I hope that helped you, all you beautiful precious water signs. Now on to the earth signs. And the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so what can we get for the earth signs for the week ahead? Wonderful, amazing earth signs for the week ahead. One more card, please. Wonderful, amazing earth signs. Sorry, I have to wait until they. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh wow. Oh. Oh, you earth signs. Okay, I'll show you. I don't know why this makes me so happy, but you got the sacral chakra and allowance. See, it's the orange, yellow and orangey. Okay, so 2, it's the second sacral chakra in the system, and we have the flower of life pattern, and it represents universal harmony. So just like the ebb and flow and the universal, and like just the connectedness between everything in nature and the universe itself. And the sacral chakra is all about aligning and flowing with your desires easily and effortlessly. And you might be wanting to open your sacral chakra more so that you can create your dreams in this physical realm. And there are so many ways to open your sacral chakra. You know, herbs, aromatherapy, wearing the color orange, but the most powerful thing that you can do is to meditate on your sacral chakra and imagine it opening and spinning and all of that. And I'm sure that there's all sorts of meditations on YouTube that you could listen to. So let's read it. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Okay, and then We have allowance, which is the number 9, which is all about endings and beginnings. It's quite, I feel like it's quite masculine, which I wouldn't think. Does that look masculine to you or feminine? I get masculine. I think it would be more feminine because it's like allowance, like receiving. Wow, this is just so awesome. Okay, the frequency of allowance invites us to be more open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in a wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life, you want to release resistance, release all the limiting beliefs that maybe you have about that, and finding more ways to be more in an allowing state, to release fear, judgment, opinion, and like what other people think, and things like that. And I'm going to be doing future videos on how to do that in a more practical way. But meditating is I know it sounds cliche, but it's one of the biggest things, because it's going to, one, help you quiet your mind, and two, it's going to help you become more aware and picky about your day-to-day feelings, which will ultimately help you do more course correction, so that you can be more aware of your thoughts and how you're feeling, so you can do many course corrections throughout the day to help you point your boat downstream towards your dreams and goals and aspirations in life. So I mean, how can you be a little bit more relaxed and easygoing about certain things? How can you invite more allowance into your life? And I just want to say that being more allowing isn't going to invite negative things. It's actually going to create more positive things. Actually, the more resistant you are towards things, that's where people can kind of manifest some unwanted things. But when you're just allowing, just more great, wonderful, beautiful things seem to come your way. So I hope that helped you. Just maybe just also like get grounded and be good to you, like take care of you, and take time for yourself, take time to relax, all the regular things. Make sure that you're eating well and exercising and sleeping enough. And who knows, maybe you'll have some kind of like spiritual awakening or insight, or a really cool dream, or something that will give you some really great insight on how to implement this more in your life. But allowance seems to be the key for all you earth signs to manifesting your dreams this week. I really hope that this was a benefit to you. And until next time, much love and peace. And there isn't going to be any extended this week. I'm sorry, but I do have another video coming up on energy vampires, consumerists, narcissists, and empaths, and transcending that whole dynamic and healing it, hopefully. So if you're interested in that, please watch, and email me if you have any constructive feedback. Please be nice. And until then, my heart goes out to all of you, and know that you're never alone, and you're so much loved, and you deserve the highest form of love and the highest quality of friendships and relationships possible, and you are meant to shine, and the world is meant to be a beautiful playground for you to create your ideal life. You are precious and loved, and may your heart be filled with peace and happiness. Bye, everyone. You're beautiful and handsome.